The Supreme Court is chock full of white people right now and has been going back for decades and decades and generation and generations.
Just jump right over Clarence Thomas. Before we get into this video, make sure you hit like, share my videos, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Also, make sure that your notifications are on and they're set to all. Now, let's get into this. But first, quick commercial break. Now, this year is already whizzing by, huh? You're a year closer to retirement, but are your savings a year closer? If they're not and you're worried that you won't make it, get in touch with Noble Gold about putting precious metals in your IRA or 401k. You won't get hassled. They'll just lay out your options. And this month, they're gifting a 1/10 ounce solid gold American Eagle coin with any qualifying plan that you start. And all you got to do is call 877-646-5347, or you can visit noblegoldinvestments.com. That is noblegoldinvestments.com. Now, let's get to this video. Why isn't Opie Cunningham talking about Clarence Thomas? Because Clarence Thomas don't count. He's not black. He's a conservative. See, then they want to focus on policies. When you're conservative, then all of a sudden they're like, forget black, forget white, forget Latino, forget male, female. None of that matters to us now. Your policies are racist. Your beliefs are dangerous. They're right. You know what? That's violence towards me. That's what it is. All of a sudden, they focus on policies. It's no longer about all black. Because that man just blew right past Clarence Thomas. I guess just, you know what, he's wearing blackface? Is that Justin Trudeau sitting up there that we've been looking at? Unbelievable. Let's finish hearing from this very ignorant Opie Cunningham looking dude.
It is a white court and has been always.
Clarence Thomas don't count.
The fact that we can, on a couple of hands, pick the people of color and the women who have sat on the bench should be of concern. But to Ted Cruz whipping his base into a frenzy, if you're a white guy, tough luck.
Oh.
If you're a white woman, tough luck. You're ineligible, he says.
I see.
Speaking into the camera.
What this man is suggesting is that Ted Cruz is advocating towards having only white men picked on the Supreme Court justice. That's what he's insinuating. Because that's what it sounds like. And then secondly, he talks about the handful of people of color on the Supreme Court justice. Does he know how Clarence Thomas got on that Supreme Court? He didn't get on there because he was black. He didn't get on there because all those Democrats just loved the fact that a black man was nominated and they didn't have enough diversity and stuff. His blackness meant nothing to Joe Biden, who led the lynch mob. Against Clarence Thomas. But now this guy is now supporting that same guy. Now all of a sudden this guy right here is concerned about black men and black women getting put on the Supreme Court justice. Interesting. So now let's listen to some other sides of the argument as I present to you some stuff that this guy left out. He didn't include this in his argument. He didn't build this stuff into his reasoning. He's just focusing on the activist part of it. So let's hear what Ted Cruz really feels.
Here I was there as a second-year law student. There were actually several conservatives who were editors of the Law Review, and they decided to mount a fight to try to end affirmative action at the Law Review. So we had a big meeting of all the editors, so 80 editors, 40 second-year law students, 40 third-year law students.
Gotcha.
And we're arguing back and forth about whether the Law Review should end racial affirmative action. And I remember at one point, one particularly supercilious liberal law student stood up and said, if we end affirmative action, the Law Review will be nothing but white men. See, Michael, I was sitting in the back of the room. I was quite quiet, and that pissed me off.
Oh, just hear what Ted Cruz said. He said that pissed him off. So I'm sure that pissed him off because he said, wait a minute. When you say if we end affirmative action, it's going to be all white guy. What's wrong with that? I love the fact that it's all white people. You know why? Because deep down inside, I'm in disguise, y'all. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Now listen, Bob here, the stereotypical white nationalist cross reporter, man. That's right. I done sneaked in right into that meeting. Got all of these white liberals thinking I'm just your average Cuban. That's right. But I ain't, man. Really underneath all of this stuff right here, I'm Bob, the stereotypical white man. And you're darn right, man. You are darn tootin'. that I want to see that Supreme Court filled with nothing but snow white men. And leading all those snow white men is our snow white Jesus. That's right, man. See, because we only deal with the real Jesus, not all of those other synthetic Jesuses and stuff. We don't want that mulatto Jesus, the Cuban Jesus, the Mexican Jesus, the Aztecian Jesus. We don't want that Eskimoan Jesus, man. We want that real one, the one that's pure and white as snow, as it rides in on that white stallion, not the black stallion, the white stallion, as he rides in with that beautiful big old Bible, man, big old Bible. That's right, man. That's what we want. Cause we here to keep America white again, man. That's what you're telling me? I'm sure as Ted Cruz is bringing up this example, I'm sure being a white nationalist that this man is suggesting he is, that is the reason he's going to have a problem with this person at his law school that had that statement made. And you know what? I mean, we're going to have all white men on there. So let's see what Ted Cruz was meaning. I'm sure that's what he meant.
And I ended up raising my hand and speaking, and I said, you know what? That comment right there shows just how pernicious affirmative action is, because what you're saying is you believe in a meritocracy that only white men would succeed. You're also saying to every one of us in the room who is not a white man, to every one of us who's Hispanic or African American, that you think on a fair objective measure, you're better than we are. And I got to admit, I got a little spicy. I said, listen, buddy, you want to pull your transcript out and my transcript? We can go head to head right now on who's earned their place on the law review. But I said, there's something even more invidious that you have stated with your implicit assumption.
I'm curious to see what that something else is, because see, that man presented this argument like Ted Cruz and Michael Knowles is sitting there just having a dialogue about how much they don't like black women, how they're going to get on that Supreme Court justice and just contaminate their whiteness and threaten their power and all that stuff. Then why then would Ted Cruz bring up this example of how back in the day, someone brought up affirmative action and suggested that the only way black folks would be able to, get into law school is through affirmative action. And then Ted Cruz includes himself in the minority. He then attacked that liberal and said, wait a minute, man, what are you saying? Are you saying then the only reason me as a Latino person, he didn't say it's a white man. He said me, whether you're black, you're Latino, he included himself in that. And then he gave an example of why he would be upset, because the arrogance to think that the only reason that you made it is because we let you come in here. Only reason you made it to this point is we're tolerating you Latinos and you blacks. We're bringing you in to meet a quota. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for us. You wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for your race, because surely you couldn't earn your way in here based on your merit, your knowledge, your accomplishments, your intelligence. Surely you couldn't do it that way. If it wasn't for us making a way to stick you in here because of your race, then it would be all white men. Because just like these Democrats use the racism of low expectations to this day and age, they're not able to recognize the arrogance and the hidden racism of progressivism, activism, liberalism, thinking that we're helping black folks out by showing them that you're not able to run with the wolf pack. So the wolf pack has to slow down and wait for you. We understand that. Yes, you're disabled. So why would Ted Cruz put himself in that? But then remember, this guy is saying Ted Cruz don't even like women. So listen to the next part of this. And I wonder why that guy didn't include these clips in his argument. God bless you. God bless America. Don't forget to hit that like button, share my videos, find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those good things. And please check out Extreme Teas, my sponsor. If you like their products, please click on the link below this video. Put Kevin in a promo code. You'll get a 20% discount. If you'd like to donate to Kevin's Corner, feel free. The links are below this video. If you want to be a part of my $2 a month club, also feel free to do that. All it entails is you simply dropping $2 a month into one of those links below the video. Or if you want, you can drop a nice big fat lump sum in there to offset the stuff that we know goes on with big tech. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Make sure that you are still subscribed. And finally, set your notification button to all, because YouTube is playing games, y'all. Now, God bless you. God bless America. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner.